Sightsavers advocates for schools where both children with disabilities and children with disabilities can learn together. So the SMILE project was a pilot to test innovative approaches that are both practical and sustainable within the context of Africa and Nigeria specifically, to find out the things that we can bring out as evidence that works if we are going to mainstream education for children with and without disabilities. One of the things that we have learned is the need for collaboration between the stakeholders. Partnering with OPDs on the SMILE project has made a huge difference. They have brought to the table a lot of value. They have given us a lot of ideas. They have been available to provide capacity building for parents of children with disabilities, of teachers as well. They have worked alongside government parastatals and institutions that will continue to last even after the project has ended.
Our roles as an OPD in the steering committee is to bring about more inclusion, increase participation of persons with disability, and make sure that projects designed are more inclusive and disability friendly, and the voice of persons with disability are heard.
To be frank, in talking without including them in decision making, the project will crash.
We identified the School-Based Management Committee as very critical in the delivery of education in communities. It was important for that committee to have someone with a disability represented so that they can be a voice for persons with disability. We have trained the SBMCs and we have made them advocates for inclusion and disability inclusion.
The SBMC come freely to see the progress of the school and also to see how learners are being carried alone or together. Also, they will construct permanent ramps to enable accessibility to the classes for the disabled people.
Before now, the people were not aware that children with disabilities could even contribute meaningfully. And there was no need, as far as the community was concerned, to enroll these children into school. What we've tried to do is to create awareness. So we've had a lot of awareness creation sessions.
Goyon baya da muke ba ma iyaye na kasa, muna zuwa gurin su, muna zuwa gidajen su, muna ziyarce su, muna giya musu don Allah ku yi hakuri ku kawo yaran makaranta domin sun kun bar su a gida ba su san abin da suna yi ba. So ku kawo su mu yi tafiya da su tare su zo na aji tare da yaran domin su samu ilimi.
With the coming of this program, it has helped us a lot because parents, community are involved. They ensure that children living with disability are in school and you will see them coming to check on the children.
We mobilized parents of children with disabilities to have discussions with them and to find out some of the barriers that they face in looking after their children with disabilities and in also enrolling their children into educational institutions. And we developed the support guide for parents of children with disabilities.
When the parents find out that their child has a disability, we know they are going through a lot of emotional trauma. The first question that comes to some of the parents' mind is, how am I going to support this child? How is it going to be? What are the necessary steps to take? So with the right service, with the right support, the right counseling and the right services, it will help them to understand.
As my project, I'm on a quiz or the midi, Nizam Bidiarum, Nizam Gargadesu, Musasu Nizasu Sui Karatu, and the Bakon, the local Tibanaka Dukiaru, Pasa, Aquelocotin.
We also used the child functioning models so that as children are enrolled into school, you are able to identify children who have learning disabilities or have other disabilities so that there's a formulated plan, an individualized formulated plan on how this child can be supported through school.
As a teacher, the child functional module has helped a lot because it has given me a guide on how I will, handle children with disability.
We worked alongside our colleagues at IDS. They were responsible for producing well-being tools that is usually administered to children with disability. We would use that as a guide to supporting the teachers look out for the things that are important to these children.
The attitude of children without disability towards those with disabilities have greatly changed since the inception of this inclusive program. They see the pupils with disabilities as their peer, They play together, they eat together, they laugh together and study together.
Yanzu irin taimakon da yaron nan yake samu. Dama baya iya tafiya amma yara ƴan uwan shi sukan ɗauko shi a gida su kawo shi makaranta.
One of the things that makes me really proud is the fact that our involvement and collaboration with the NTI has given way to their commitment towards developing a core curriculum for teacher training on inclusive education. After that curriculum had been developed, we organized a training of teachers within the project area.
So it's about including pupils with disabilities, making them to feel among the society, not segregating pupils with disabilities from those without disabilities, enhancing their social interaction, increasing their learning potentials, and giving them the rightful support when needed.
My best subject in this school is English language. I like the teachers most because of the teaching, and I am learning very well.
Malamai na da ƙawaye na suna taimako na. Suna taimako na su koya min karatu da rubutu.
Yadda yaro na ya samu nutsuwa a makaranta da ya zo ya fara cuɗanya da ɗalibai kuma ya samu kyakkyawar karɓa a gurin malamansa. Ba kyama, ba tirsasawa, ba kuma a musguna masa. Gaskiya ci gaban yaron nan ya bani mamaki. Domin irin ci gaban da nake tsammanin cewar idan na sa shi a makaranta hakan zai faru sai na ga ya ninninka nikin bane.
The SMILE project, I believe, is leaving a long-lasting footprint in the community. Everyone who has come in contact with this project now serves as an advocate. And so wherever they go, they speak as voices for children with disabilities.
My school used to mobilize other schools to enroll children with disability. They used to segregate those children with disability. But after we've educated them, they used to enroll everybody. They used to bring everybody. They used to carry everybody along in their schools, and the enrollment increases.
We have led, alongside one of our partners, the review of the National Inclusive Education Policy. And because the Federal Ministry of Education is the organ of government that is in charge of policies, we expect that influencing the Federal Ministry of Education at that level will have a ripple effect in all the states of the Federation. On account of the SMILE project, SUBEB has designated officers that are now responsible for inclusive education. This was not the practice at the beginning.
The long time of this Sightsavers project, they have taught us a lot. They have given us a lot as a local government. We will not stop doing what they have taught us. In fact, we will even buy more. We will build on that.
The SMILE project, from my perspective, has been successful in every ramification. We have noticed an increase in the enrollment rate and the retention rate for children with disabilities in the schools where we supported.
Our enrollment in the school improved greatly because of the introduction of this inclusive education in my school.
Alƙariya ko ƙauyukan mu an kawo abubuwa irin wannan tsari, mutane su karɓe shi da wuri da sauri, ba ƙaramin abu bane. Amma wannan shine tsari na farko wanda mutane suka karɓe shi ba tare da gaddama ba ko nuna.
We hope that the evidence that we have generated should be convincing enough for the policymakers to see that this model works and that this is the future for inclusion in terms of education in Nigeria.
As an inclusive ambassador, I will hold this program till eternity. My school will remain inclusive.
Saboda ina so in koya ilimi, ni ma in na girma in koya ma wani.
Education is the most important thing you can give a child with disability. With education, they can achieve everything they want in life.